What does your dog see when they look at you? Do they recognize that you are a different species? Or do they just think you're another dog? Maybe a little strange, but still incredibly lovable. After all, if your dog is a man's best friend, that means that you're their best friend too. Does your dog understand the concept of a cross-species relationship? We can't exactly get into your dog's head, but this video will help you decide once and for all who you are to your dog. Does your dog see you as the alpha? In any household with a canine companion, it's no secret that Rover seems to sense a certain hierarchy. Dogs are pack animals after all. Or at least, that's the theory many respected dog trainers and behaviorists subscribe to. The idea is that dogs, much like their wolf ancestors, have a clear pecking order. An alpha pair leads, a beta pair enforces, and everyone else falls in line down to the pups. Some naturalists even call it a perfect social structure, though let's not ask the Omegas how they feel about it. Your household is then too seen as a pack in its own right. And according to this theory, your dog likely recognizes you as filling the alpha role, or at least something close to it. But does being the alpha mean your dog sees you as a no-nonsense, all-powerful boss? Unlike humans, dogs don't equate leadership with rule following. If they did, obedience schools wouldn't be thriving businesses. Your dog might sit when you say sit, but he's still jumping on the couch the second your back is turned. So, how do you know if your dog sees you as the leader? It's all in the little things. Does your dog follow you around the house like a shadow? Do they let you walk through doors first, look away first during a stare down, or stay calm when you're near, even when chaos strikes, like the mailman arriving? These are subtle signs trainers often point to as indicators of leadership. Can't stress it enough though, pack dynamic does not equal dictatorship. That's where the comparison between wolves and our beloved couch-dwelling companions starts to fall apart. Your dog doesn't see your relationship quite the way a wolf sees its packmates, especially if your dog is more of a biscuit enthusiast than a wild soul. And honestly, your relationship with your dog goes far beyond any theoretical pack structure. If you treated your subordinates the way you treat your dog, HR would definitely want a word. Belly rubs and baby talk, anyone? If not the dictatorial leader, does your dog then see you as the caregiver? We've all heard the saying, don't bite the hand that feeds you, and dogs are pretty good at sticking to that rule, unless we're talking about a playful nip during a game. That's just enthusiasm. After all, they know that you're the one who makes food magically appear in their dish. But does your dog see you as more than just a walking, talking meal ticket? It's dinner time. You're dishing up a plate of kibble for your best bud. They rush over, tail wagging so hard it could power a small fan. But then, thanks to your stellar training, they pause, then sit, lock eyes with you, and wait for the magic word. Okay. And in that moment, as they stare up at you, you can't help but wonder, is that genuine love or just hunger? Fortunately, science has an answer. Studies using neural imaging and behavioral tests reveal that dogs form incredibly strong emotional bonds with their humans. In fact, when a dog smells their favorite person, it lights up the reward center of their brain, stronger than the sight of food, the sound of a crinkling treat bag, or even the taste of a steak. And that's saying something. In simpler terms, just your scent alone can make your dog happier than their favorite snack. So, while kibble might be a close second, you are way beyond being a simple caretaker in your dog's eyes. As your dog's undisputed favorite being, congrats by the way, it's natural to wonder, do you then have a VIP status as their favorite non-dog best friend? Your dog's loyal to a fault, and it's the kind of relationship that makes human-to-human best friends seem, well, a bit less enthusiastic in comparison. No human bestie ever greeted you at the door like you'd been gone for years after a 5-minute trip to the store. But let's take a closer look. In human friendships, there's a pretty clear balance. Your bestie gives as much as they take, whether it's emotional support, Netflix recommendations, or sharing the last slice of pizza. Well, maybe not always that last one. Human friendships are about equality, a meeting of minds where both people contribute to the relationship in their own way. Between you and your dog, though, the dynamic is different. You're the one providing the food, the toys, the belly rubs, and the late-night potty breaks. Meanwhile, your dog brings loyalty, companionship, and a fair amount of drool. It's not exactly an even trade, so while your dog is absolutely in this friendship for the long haul, the bond between you two defies the traditional best friend roles. And that's because the relationship isn't equal, and it's not supposed to be. You might be your dog's best friend, and they might be yours, but their world doesn't operate on the give and take we expect in human friendships. Instead, your relationship often looks more like a parent-child dynamic. If you've raised your fur baby since puppyhood, it's easy to feel like you're their parent. You've taught them everything. Sit, stay, don't eat the shoes. Fine, maybe you're still working on that last one. But is this just our human perspective? Or do dogs actually see us as family too? Turns out, science has some answers. Studies on dog behavior reveal that pups interact with their humans in ways strikingly similar to how young children interact with their parents. When they're scared, stressed, or just looking for comfort, dogs naturally seek out their humans, just like a toddler running to mom or dad after a bad dream. This is a behavior rarely seen in other pets, who are more likely to hide when frightened than to turn to their human for support. In other words, your dog doesn't just see you as a random roommate who happens to have opposable thumbs. They see you as family. You're their safe haven, their go-to for comfort and security. But here's the million-dollar question. If they see you as family, does that mean they think you're a dog too? Dogs have been part of human society longer than any other animal. They've shared our homes, our food, and, if we're being honest, our beds and couches. So it's only natural to wonder, does your dog see you as their equal? There's no doubt that you're all part of the same family. Does your favorite bud realize that there's a reason why you don't have fur? And what do they make of your ability to walk on two legs without falling face first on the floor most of the time? Thankfully, science has stepped in to help us decode this mystery. Behavioral research suggests that dogs are remarkably good at identifying their own kind, even among wildly different breeds. In a 2013 study published in Scientific American, researchers found that dogs can visually distinguish other dogs, even when comparing, say, a Chihuahua to a Great Dane. It seems that when it comes to recognizing their own species, dogs don't discriminate. They just know. And if that wasn't impressive enough, dogs rely on more than just sight to figure out who's who. Their incredible sense of smell plays a major role in navigating social situations. In fact, their ability to sniff out details is so advanced that they likely categorize other creatures, including humans, based on scent. Let's be honest though, humans don't exactly pass the dog smell test. If anything, our post-rain hair aroma probably just raises questions. So, do dogs think we're fellow canines? According to veterinary behaviorist Dr. Wailani Sung of the San Francisco SPCA, the answer is a resounding no. Dogs can clearly distinguish between species. They know we're not dogs, and to their credit, they don't seem to hold it against us. Given the choice, most dogs actually prefer the company of humans over that of other dogs. It's not that they don't enjoy a good sniff and greet at the park, but their bond with us runs deeper than species lines. So if your dog doesn't think you're just another dog, what do they think? While science can't yet tell us exactly how dogs perceive humans, one thing's for sure, they recognize you as something special. You're not just any human, you're their human. Whether they have a specific mental category labeled favorite human of all time, or just think of you as that really tall friend who's terrible at fetch but great at snacks, remains a mystery. In the end, the answer to, does my dog think I'm another dog, is a solid no. Your pup knows you're different, and they wouldn't have it any other way. And is their favorite human the alpha boss leader, a caregiver, a parent, or best friend? The answer, according to the science of doggy adoration, is all of the above. Are you fulfilling all of your dog's expectations? Or are you like many parents, worried that you're not giving your fur baby everything that they deserve? Check out this video for 7 surprising signs you're a great dog owner.